Hi, in this video we're going to introduce how to create your placement node from the My Objects. Let's first open our example file. Usually you can see that our placement node has been created from here, create placement node, but we can also create the placement node from the My Object, the mesh, that is, and the particle. So let's just put these right here and delete this guy. The first thing, let's introduce how to create a place node from the mesh. So we create a mesh sphere. So let's create another interesting one. Cylinder here. Let's just put right here the cylinder and change the caps. Let's simulate something like a group of people. Aim to center. Okay, and let's first click the F8 and switch to the face mode and delete some of the extra faces on top, and also delete the middle ones. Okay, and here. So that is cool. Click F8 again. Well, let's create the place node from the selection mesh. You can see that one of the place node has been created for you, and let's scale that up. But at this time you can see that some of the other parameters does not work with this one, so we need to first change that the place node type from the custom to the position lock. This is the kind of mode also in the only lock the position of this placement, but the other things we can continue change them. Here we can change the orientation and the random orientation as you wish. So resume back to 0, and let's first change the agent proportion guy, and let's change some of the proportion of this. But you can see that all of the agents is aimed to the same direction. We need all of them to aim to the center of this. At this time, let's just introduce a new tool. We called it the aim tool. The aim tool is controlled by a curve. So let's first need to create a curve. Create a CV curve tool. Let's create the curve. Anything as you wish. So the curve has a center transformation is this manipulator here, and the aim has the two different modes. The first one is the transformation, which will aim to this manipulator, and the second one is aim to the shape of the curve. Let's introduce them one by one. First, we are going to introduce how to aim this curve to the center. Okay, let's just set them back to 0, and let's first select the place node and the curve here, my army. Attach aim target curve. Here it is a known issue. That is means this placement node should be more than one agent number. Okay, you can see that all of the placer of this placement node, they point to this position. Oh, I'm sorry. All of them is pointed to the center of this, but not the shape of the curve. When placed our agents, you can see that all of the agents aim to the center. But how about aim to the shape of the curve? That is also not difficult. Let's move that right here and sculpt that a little bit. Control point. Just to move that. Select and disable the soft selection tool. And just to do the things like this. We're going to aim all of the placer to the curve shape. You can see that at now all the placer is aimed to this manipulator here. But when we switch the aim type from the curve node to the curve shape, it will point to the curve. It will point to the curve shape of that. So let's just sculpt that a little bit. At this mode, you need to change the translate of this curve to all 0. Let's F8 and just switch that a little bit. As you can see that the auto placer will aim to the curve shape. So this is an introduction for the created placement from the particle mesh and the aim tool. And next thing we're going to talking about the place from the lattice. It's pretty much the same. Pretty much the same as the particle mesh. We need to create a lattice. This should be in animation. The lattice is kind of a deformer. Lattice. Okay, and here. So let's just keep selecting. Oh, sorry, we moved it. That's the curve. Including that curve, they're affected by the lattice. Let's just hide this curve, and let's just scale that up and move that right here, and keep selecting this and create the placement from the lattice. You can see that place node has been created from this lattice. It's pretty simple. And you can also change the place node type from the custom to others, and add the mode control and or agent proportion onto this. And the last thing we're going to talk about is to create the place node from the particle. Let's first create the particle tool, or we can create the emitter here, and let's play back the simulation. Change the speed from 1 to 100. Okay, that is cool. So you can see that the particle has been emitted from this emitter, and what I'm going to do is create the placement from this particle. If you want to create the placement node exactly the same as the layout of the particle, you can choose the particle 3D. You can see that we created all of the particle and created all the placement placer exactly the same as the particle distribute. But if you want just to keep that in the plan, you can click the create the particle 2D. So all of the placer is actually on the plan. And this is also the work with the same as the in particle, the 3D or 2D as you wish. Okay, this is an introduction for how to create the placement node from the My Objects and use the aim tool for aiming your the placement to the curve or curve node. Thank you for watching. See you next time.